The federal government is blaming humanitarian crisis in the country on climate change. Israel expands ground operation in Gaza. The National Assembly will leave no stone unturned towards meeting the December 31st target, passage and signing of the 2024 appropriation bill in line with President Bola Tinubu's request. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Appropriation, Senator Solomon Adeola, gave the assurance while speaking with newsmen on Sunday. Senator Adeola stated that the lawmakers would adopt a no-nonsense approach during the budget defense. He warned that heads of ministries, departments, and agencies who fail to defend their votes would run. The senator explained that the joint committee of the two chambers appropriation committees was set and come up with only one report as part of efforts to ensure passage of the budget. In the same vein, Nigerians have been assured of the speedy passage of the 2024 appropriation bill presented by President Bola Tinubu last week. Representatives Adewale Akinremi gave the assurance in a statement this Monday. Representative Akinremi, who described the budget as well detailed and realistic, said the lawmakers will work with the ministries, department, and ordinary Nigerians. The lawmaker will creation macroeconomic stability, human capital development, Tinubu-led administration's determination to tackle insecurity. The chairman of the Police Service Commission (PSC), Dr. Solomon Araze, stated this during a lecture in Abuja. The former Inspector General of Police (IGP) urged Nigerians to support President Tinubu's effort to address the security challenge facing the country. He also urged Nigerians to support the police to enable them effect humanitarian crisis and poverty in most parts of the country and climate change. According to the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, climate change has driven people to insurgency, which led to insecurity and other challenges confronting the nation. The minister, who addressed newsmen in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, said her ministry was at the ongoing COP28 climate conference to see how the country can be part of the climate change adaptation and to get support towards providing just for the people and lifting them out of poverty. Dr. Edu informed that Nigeria has secured an agreement with the UAE to set up humanitarian response stations across the country and appealed to bring timely succor to victims of disasters. In the meantime, contrary to social media claims, only a handful of the 1,411 Nigerian agencies, which stated this, explained that a bulk of the contingents comprised private sector players, such as business people, civil society organizations, and delegates from the Nigerian oil-producing Niger Delta region. A statement on Sunday by the Senior Special Assistant to President Bola Tinubu on Media and Publicity, Mr. Temitope Ajayi, noted that delegates from all countries were registered against their countries of origin, and that did not mean that they were all sponsored by the government. The presidential aid of due to the significance of the climate conference. You're listening to the midday news on OGPC 90.5 FM. The Israeli military says it is expanding its ground operation into all areas of the Gaza Strip following the resumption of fighting on Friday. It has this morning posted on social media a fresh order for people to evacuate about 20 areas of the Palestinian enclave. The Israeli forces have been pushing further south amid warnings from humanitarian groups that Gazans were running out of places to flee. Senior U.S. officials earlier reiterated that the view that Israel had a right to defend itself, but added that it must protect civilians. 11 hikers have been found. 3 persons were rescued this Monday. The search for 12 others missing has been suspended due to a small eruption. Head of the Padang Search and Rescue Agency, Mr. Abdulmalik, said the 3 persons rescued were weak and had some burns. 49 climbers were evacuated from the area earlier this Monday, many of whom also suffered burns 3 kilometers off the crater. South African authorities have intercepted dozens of buses transporting 443 children under the age of 8 in the authority PMA and the police at the Bittridge border post. Border Management Authority Commissioner Mr. Michael Misapato made it known that over 40 buses conveying the Zimbabwean children were stopped at the north gate of the basic border post with Zimbabwe before they entered gardens and permission letters as regulations required officials in Zimbabwe and have sent their children back to their country. A fourth candidate has dropped out of the presidential campaign in the Democratic Republic of Congo to support former governor and from Kasai Central Province. There are now 21 opposition candidates running for the top job. They will be competing against the incumbent president, Mr. Felix Tshisekedi, who is vying for a second time in office. Mr. Sisanga's withdrawal is seen as boosting opposition unity after former Prime Minister Mr. Matata Ponjo and two other candidates off their quest to lift a 15th FA Cup title when they host Liverpool at the Emirates in the Championship joined this season's competition. The Gunners last faced Liverpool in the competition back in February 2014 when they ran out to one City will host Huddersfield Town and last season's finalist Manchester United will be the guest of 2013 winners Wigan Athletic. A well economy is an asset to the people. Contribute to a strong economy for the country. Today news another look at the major items. The chairman, Senate Committee on Appropriations, Senator Solomon Adeyinka, has reiterated National Assembly's resolve to meet the December 31st target for the passage and signing of the United Humanitarian crisis in most parts of the country to climate change. We also heard that the Israeli military has said it is expanding its ground operation into all areas of the Gaza Strip following the resumption of fighting on Friday. The midday news was edited by Chris Obu and broadcast